I'm a big believer that God helps us with our fears if we'll let him. And I think he helps us in all in different ways. For whatever reason, he has created some opportunities, and say many, but some opportunities in my life where I had to live that fear. And you become humble when that happens. And if you're humble and you let it change you, it can become this wonderful experience. And then you can look through these negative experiences with rose-colored glasses. And I find that there's people who learn in life and grow in life, and they have these horrible experiences, and they let those horrible experiences taint
Or define.
or define their inability to forgive. It, it ends up hurting themselves. And I'm talking, there's some horrible things that are happening. But one of the things I think is beautiful is you forgive people or forgive yourself more often in today's world, and strive around those ideologies. You can start looking at past experiences with humility and gratitude, because it can change who you are. And so, while my fear is letting other people's down, I think that it also has helped me shape myself into a more authentic person, because, I'm trying to let that fear be a positive thing instead of a negative thing in my life.
So as you're sharing that, Matt, I've seen that struggle, but you've been able to utilize that fear of letting someone down and turn that into, when you fail, because you failed and I've seen you fail,
Yeah.
you're able to get back on the horse. How?
Yeah. So that's where I go back to optimism and hope, and it's a we, right? So you said something to me once, and that I like is, how do you overcome the anxiety and stuff? Is you move first. You got to move. And I'm going to tell anyone through this, any anxiety, I feel it all the time through all the different things that I do. The first thing you got to do is move. You get out of bed, you move. You just put one foot in your other. I don't want to do that. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I don't want to do this meeting. I don't want to do this. And I just step in front of the foot.
Yep.
I don't want to do this. I put my tie on. I'm going to this meeting. I don't want to do this. I'm putting my watch on. I'm going to be out there. I don't want to do this. I'm going to have this conversation. The words just come out of my mouth. You got to move. You got to face it, the fear. You got to take it head on. You do that, and those fears, and I'm talking, I felt it. I've known that crippling, lay in bed, let the earth bury you. You don't ever want to see anyone again. How, I could never be this person. The whole world thinks you're the worst person in the world. I felt it. I've also felt that feeling of knowing what it takes to do that. Now, my personal belief is I couldn't do it alone. I needed God to help me get out of that bed. And I will say that forever, like, he helped me get out of bed, and he helped me take that next step. And that was a prayer that I offered to get myself out. And as soon as you get out of that, it's the next step, and it's the next step, and it's the next step. And so how do you overcome that fear? How do you overcome that? Like, when you're at the all the time bottom, is you move, and you move with faith and optimism and hope. It is the cure to that.
I love it, Matt. Well, let's wrap up here. What is the single most important piece of advice that you could give our listeners today?
I want people to be happy in our industry. It's such a great industry. I love it. We get to help people all the time. And meaningful ways, like, we get to make a meaningful way where they can get confidence in what they're doing and protect it. I mean, those who are on the insurance sides, like, I've heard death benefit claim stories that make me cry. I wealth management people that take their job serious, that help people along this way to journey to what that means. Like, and we get to talk to people, we get to meet with people. And so, like, just love it, be happy, just have joy in what we're doing. Cause it's just such a fantastic industry. Just be happy and find a way to make it happy, because it's so good. And if you have a hard time with it, just go call a client, go call your favorite client and just say, hey, I'm thinking about you. How you doing? And you're going to be like happy in a second. This is such a great industry. So my one thing would be, have that enthusiasm that this is great. This is the best industry in the world. We're so lucky to be a part of it. Just enjoy it and make it fun, and let the bad roll off your back and make the good more memorable. And we are so lucky to be in this wonderful, wonderful industry.